back with another video. So today's video, I just want to do my little recap of the Ashanti versus Keyshia Cole versus. So a few days ago, they finally did the battle, Ashanti versus Keyshia Cole. So you already know, I got my money on Keish. You know what I'm saying? I love Keyshia Cole. I don't like the way they was coming for her like it was all her fault, like in the comments. Yeah, Keyshia Cole was late. They both was late. I believe the show supposed to started at 8 o'clock p.m. It did not start to about an hour and a half later, to about 9:18. I think it started like an hour and 18 minutes later. So Ashanti was late as well. So I didn't like the fact how everybody kept getting on Keyshia Cole about her being late. And plus, Keyshia Cole went live and she was apologizing for, her being late. And she was saying there was a lot of, behind the scenes, complications going on. I guess with like the bad Wi-Fi or, technical difficulties, like, her mic was kind of like down low and stuff like that. They didn't do I guess they didn't, they should have did like a mic check and all that, before the versus battle even started. They should have did like a rehearsal and a mic check and to make sure, none of the complications will happen. But, nothing is perfect, in life. We all are not perfect. So by everybody like judging her like she was the only one late. First of all, yeah, that's like kind of unprofessional to be late when you're supposed to be at the set, at 8 o'clock p.m. So you should get there a little early, then be late. So at least, get there no later than like 7 o'clock, 7:30. So y'all have time to like rehearse and, do mic check and all that to make sure your microphone is working. But Ashanti was also late. So why was it all blamed on Keyshia? And yeah, it's people got their own opinion. Like a lot of people are saying that Ashanti won. Some people saying that Ashanti won. Some people saying that Keyshia Cole won. But a lot of people is like, I guess more so rooting for Ashanti. I like Ashanti as well. I like some of her music, but I feel like Keyshia Cole won that hands down. First and foremost, Ashanti didn't even play all of her songs. She played like songs that collaborations with like everybody else. She has collaborations with Lloyd, all these Ja Rule collaborations. Like, so it's basically like Ashanti got her fans, plus she got Ja Rule fans as well, probably voting for her, saying that she won because Ashanti more so got all collaborations with Ja Rule. Like Keyshia Cole got a lot of singles by herself with no collabs on it. And plus Ashanti played like a little snippet of, I guess it was a Fabulous song, and it was featured Ashanti. So how was that your hit, Ashanti? How was that your hit? They only played like a little I think Ashanti had did like the chorus on Fabulous song. So how was that Ashanti hit? And then they didn't even, I don't even feel like they played all of the hits. Like Keyshia Cole had way more hits than that, but I guess because they was late anyway, and I guess they only could go up to like 20 hits. But I feel like I said, Keish won that hands down. Like, only reason why people would say that Ashanti won because she collaborated with Ja Rule a lot. And, of course, Ja Rule make the song hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he just be rapping, his little, like, deep voice, his little raspy voice, of course, Ja Rule make the song hot. Not saying that Ashanti can't sing. She got a little, a little vocals or however, but she can't get on Keyshia Cole level when it comes to singing, and that's just my opinion. And I also feel like everybody was getting on Keyshia Cole about like her attitude. First and foremost, like, you don't know what this woman was going through, so you know what I'm saying? It's already like, it's a lot going on in this world. Stop judging people. Stop trying to like, be mean and try to clown people and try to roast people and all that, because first and foremost, if you want to be technical, neither one of them was on time. So it wasn't that Keyshia Cole was just, late or however. Ashanti was late as well. On top of that, people kept getting on Keyshia Cole about her standing up or her like getting up and like walking away or however. Yeah, she shouldn't have been walking away when like Ashanti songs was playing or even when her songs was playing either. You feel what I'm saying? But I also feel like Ashanti shouldn't have been on her phone. Like she wasn't. I can at least say that Keyshia Cole was like bobbing her head and like dancing to majority of all Ashanti songs. I didn't really see Ashanti jamming or like that. Like she kept more so like looking down at her phone when Keisha's song was playing. Like who does that? Like have respect. You feel what I'm saying? And that goes for both parties. You feel what I'm saying? Keyshia shouldn't have kept getting up or whatever. And Ashanti shouldn't have just kept being on her phone. Like, what was on your phone that was so important? You wouldn't be able to be on your phone like if you was doing like, a concert. You wouldn't be able to like be on your phone and checking your messages and replying back to your messages and shit like that. So why are you on your phone now? And this was like one of the highest rated verses ever. They got 6 million views. You feel what I'm saying? Because this been a long time coming. Like I love both of these women. You know what I'm saying? They look beautiful. Let's start with like Keyshia. She had on a little black corset, little leather corset with the black leather pants or however. She looked so beautiful. And Ashanti had on like the little suit jacket with the little cleavage showing a little bit, with the little shorts to match the little blouse or however. It was really nice. It was cute. Of course she had a little diamond necklace on or however doing it. And Keyshia had the girls out. She had the tiggo bitties out. She looked so pretty with her little, you know, little breasts is hanging out or however, with her little corset on, looking beautiful as ever. Both of them look so gorgeous. So I would like to say that. But I just feel like y'all need to stop giving Keyshia Cole a hard time. Like, y'all talking about how late she was, but Ashanti was also late. So if you want to talk about one artist, talk about the other artists as well. Don't make it seem like one was better than the other one. Don't make it seem like Keyshia Cole kept getting up out her seat, but Ashanti also kept being on her phone. Like, what was on her phone that was so important that she couldn't look up and pay her opponent, her fellow artists, respect and dance and bop to her song. The same way Keyshia kept getting up, but she also, every time Ashanti song would come on, she would jam to it. She was like, bobbing her head, dancing. She was like, I want to get up. I just want to dance. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was feeling it. Plus, she was knocking them drinks back to back. They had the good old fucking Ciroc on deck. I seen her kept like pouring her glass full of Ciroc. She was getting a little tipsy. You know what I'm saying? So Keish was dancing and everything. She was like, oh, I just want to get up. But the way, I guess how they had it, the setup, they was more so, they had to sit down or however the case may be. But, overall, I really love the show. Doritos sponsored it. So they had, I believe Ashanti had the nacho cheese Doritos in the background. And Keyshia had the Cool Ranch Doritos or however the case may be. They had the good old Ciroc on deck. They was just getting litty, especially Keish. That girl done had about 5 or 6 drinks. She was knocking them drinks back to back. She was feeling it. She was getting a little litty. But Keyshia did go on like live and say that she wasn't just drinking a lot. She only was drinking towards the end and stuff like that. And she was also, I guess, talking to like a blogger or whoever that was or however. And he was saying that she really wasn't feeling good, but she still came out and did a good show, Yeah, she came out. She might have had a little attitude at first, but you never know what people was going through. She could have been, she could have had like an argument or, with someone, or, someone could have made her mad. But like she eventually like loosened up, and, she was dancing and grooving and all that. So I just feel like, excuse me, people just need to stop judging so much and stop being, you know, so judgmental and trying to like, talk down about her or however, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Keyshia was late. Oh, Keyshia had an attitude. Okay, oh, Ashanti was late. Ashanti looked like she had a little attitude too. Like, at one point in time, they almost got into an argument, it seemed like, because Keyshia wanted to go next. And Keyshia was like, we on 11 or something like that. And Ashanti was like, no, we on 10. And Keyshia was like, well, I'm about to start it off. And Ashanti was like, no, I'm about to start it off. You know what I'm saying? So they both had attitudes a little bit, but I'm glad it didn't go towards like an attitude or however. I'm glad it didn't like blow up. They both got a little, snippy out the mouth, a little smart out the mouth, but then they let it go. So that's good. And I was just so happy the whole time I was just watching the show. I was just looking when they had songs with like Missy. I was looking at the comments to see if Missy was going to comment. And she was commenting like lit emojis and all that. Like all the collaborations with people they was collaborating with, They was in a comment putting like Liddy and Fire and all that or whatever. Like they had collaborations with Fat Joe and all that. So, I was like seeing that like the people the artists that they collab with, was in the comments, congratulating them and stuff like that. So it was just wonderful to see. I just feel like we need more verses, being as though we've been going through a lot. I think like, Timberland and Swiss Beats for, giving us a nice little show to watch. Like, I love these women, like, growing up, we around the same age. Me and Keyshia Cole, she a few years older than me. Of course, Ashanti is a few years older than me, but they're around my age, They only about, 2-3 years older than me or however. So I grew up listening to these women, and they both put on a good performance, It started off a little rocky, because they both was late. I'm like, is it going to be a versus? Like, no one was there but, like, the DJs or however. And then Ashanti eventually showed up, but I didn't like the fact that she started off, playing her songs when Keyshia wasn't there. So she kind of like got like a head start. Like, just wait for your girl to show up. I knew she was going to show up and show out, Keish. And that's what she did, you know what I'm saying? She performed one of my favorite songs, You Changed. I think that's the Jay-Z beat she sampled. The Baby You Change. Yeah, I love that song by her. I just was love listening to like all the greatest hits. They both had some bangers. I like the song with Ashanti and Lloyd. I love that song. I love the Ashanti song with she sampled Biggie beat and then Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace. Yeah, so I like that song or however. I love Keyshia Cole featuring Tupac Shakur, my favorite rapper of all times. Rest in peace, Tupac. The greatest rapper of all time, Tupac Shakur. She performed that song, what was it? Play Your Cards Right or however, so yeah. That's like one of my best songs from Keyshia Cole as well. The Play Your Cards Right featuring Tupac Shakur. So Keyshia was just talking about like how she met Tupac and how her brother and Tupac was friends and her brother introduced her to Tupac and stuff like that. So I love hearing that. And also Ashanti had a collaboration with Tupac as well, the greatest rapper of all times. So I was loving that. So I just like seeing, two women get together and, laugh and sing, and it was all good to me. I watched the whole verses. Like I didn't turn the channel now one time. I watched the whole thing. So, like I said, it started off a little rough, a little rocky, but that's to be expected. Nothing is perfect. The ladies could have been on time though, but it is what it is. Like they said, they was having a little technical difficulties, and also they said Keyshia wasn't really feeling well. So, get better, Keish. Get better, Keyshia Cole, or whatever. I'm keeping you in my prayers, or however. So, yeah, and it was good to see Keyshia and OT Genesis. They made up, or however. A lot of people feel like Keyshia should have never forgave him, or however, because he talked so bad about Keyshia and her family and her mom and this, that, and the third. But, it's all about forgiving right about now. The world is already so messed up, and we already divided as, black people, like, so at the end of the day, they could that's good, that shows that they both they grown up stuff, you know what I'm saying? They both, Keyshia was woman enough to apologize to him, to OT. OT was, man enough to apologize to her. So I like to see, unity and, people getting along and things of that nature. I guess Keyshia Cole's sister Elite felt some type of way about him. Was like, how could you hug on him? How could you forgive him after he talked so bad about our mom? Talking about he sold drugs to our mom and called our mom a crackhead. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's all about forgiving. Like, who want to sit around being mad at each other and holding grudges and shit like that? It's 2021, It's time to, like, be better as people and learn to forgive and shit like that. So I was glad to see, they made up. And when Keyshia was singing Love, then he came out, like, singing Love too or whatever, singing a song because he had, like, did, like, a rendition or whatever of the song Love, and that's how it started. And Keyshia didn't like that he tried to, remake her song, and like he was making fun of the song. So she asked him to take it down. That's how it started. And I guess he got mad because he had to take it down, and they started arguing. But I was glad to see that they made up and things like that. So I was glad to see that. And like I said, 6 million views. They did good. They broke the record. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think no other verses had got that many views. So this been a long time coming. Yeah, it was postponed, I believe, 2 other times. One time, I think Ashanti was diagnosed with the COVID-19. So I'm glad that Ashanti is better and well, and, she got better. So I'm glad to see her looking beautiful as ever, smiling and looking healthy. So I'm glad that, she beat the COVID or whatever. And I think the second time it was because, like, the COVID-19, the virus had risen up, with so many COVID cases in the U.S. So I guess that's the reason why they had canceled the second verses or whatever, because the COVID cases kept rising up. But the third time, they came through and they delivered, and I don't have really nothing bad to say about it. I think both the women look gorgeous as ever, and, they put on a good show. I really feel like Keyshia won this battle because Keyshia sung a lot of her songs just by herself, not a whole lot of collaborations. Ashanti more so had a lot of collabs, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of Ja Rule collabs, Lloyd collabs, Fat Joe. Yeah, Keyshia had, like, Missy and Tupac, but she didn't have, Ashanti had way more collabs. And then Ashanti sung a song that wasn't her song. I believe it was Fabulous song, and she was just singing, like, the chorus or, like, the hook or something like that, and she only sung, like, a snippet of that. So I'm like, how was that a hit when that wasn't even her song? So I feel like Keyshia hands down won this. You feel what I'm saying? That's my opinion. I'm rocking with Keish. I like Ashanti songs as well. You know what I'm saying? I love her song like, boy, you fill me with so much joy. You get what I want is I need. My life will never leave. So glad that you fall in love with But I couldn't be without you, babe. Wouldn't see me without you, babe. I like that song too, but hands down, Keyshia won this battle, and that's my opinion. I love Keyshia Cole. I also love Ashanti as well, but Keish won that hands down, and that's all I gotta say. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe to my video. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, guys.